You feel like you're doing everything right, hitting the gym, eating healthy food, and yet the scale won't move. I get it because I was there. But here's what nobody tells you. The foods in your kitchen that are labeled healthy is sometimes the food that's actually holding you back. In today's video, we're covering foods that could be secretly sabotaging your weight loss. If you're new here, I'm Alyssa. I used to weigh over 235 pounds just last year, you guys. I've lost over 70 pounds figuring it out the hard way. So let's make it easier for you guys. Let's start with low-fat products like Yoplait, Chobani Light. Sounds healthy, right? But what these brands don't tell you, they're removing fat. Oftentimes they're replacing it with a lot of sugar. I'm talking about artificial sweeteners that actually increase your cravings and ultimately mess with your metabolism. And I get it. If you're on a weight loss journey, you go to these options because you're thinking like, hey, this is a healthier alternative. They market it to appear to be healthier. I used to buy into that too. I used to grab it thinking that I was making a healthier option and I would just be hungry shortly after. Instead, grab full-fat Greek yogurt. Things like Siga's, Okos is one of my favorites as well. When you're looking at the back panel of the ingredients, it should be very minimal. You shouldn't see a lot of added things inside of it. This type of yogurt is going to keep you full for a longer period of time. So I have some yogurt in my fridge right now and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is Okos. I hope I'm pronouncing them correctly. And as you guys can see here, this is 18 grams of protein per 6 ounce servings, okay? It's literally blended Greek yogurt. That's it. 5 servings are in this container and it's around 100 calories, right? And if you look at the very bottom, at the very tippy bottom where it says ingredients, right here, there's literally only like 4 to 5 ingredients. It's exactly what it should be. Very minimal. This is a great type of yogurt that I get all the time. I add it to my smoothies. I add it to my bowls. I eat it plain. It's going to satiate you and it's actually real ingredients that isn't going to make you hungry an hour or so later. And so you guys can really understand what I'm talking about, let's play a quick game, healthy or not. All right, first up, we have Nature Valley granola bars. I want you guys to think for a second, healthy or not? All right, time's up. If you said healthy, no points for you. It's technically not really healthy. This bar has over 11 grams of sugar, and you guys, that's a lot. I try to aim for things that have 5 grams or less. It has barely any protein in it and barely any fiber. It's basically just a cookie in disguise. Instead, swap it out for an RX bar or make your own with oats and nut butter. And don't get me even started on the sneaky snack traps. Say that 3 times. Sneaky snap trap, sneaky snap trap, sneaky snap trap. You think you're snacking smart, but things like nuts, like cashews and dried fruit, they are literally calorie bomb. When I first started transitioning to being more healthy, I was okay, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of nuts. I'm going to get those dried fruits at Trader Joe's. I'm a healthy girl now. Let me get this. No, that is just filled with calories and hell of sugar. Just a handful of about 18 cashews can pack over 160 calories. And dried fruit, a bag of dried mango has over 30 grams of sugar per serving, you guys. 30 grams. This is why I really advocate weighing and measuring your food. I know that for some people it could be a trigger, but I've gone on multiple cuts throughout my weight loss journey, which is why I've lost over 70 pounds. And I've had to weigh and track my food. And it really just was an eye-opener for me. I realized that some things that I thought were really good for my body were really just high in calories, high in sugar. And it really just gives you a perspective. I challenge you that if you are on a weight loss journey, to track your food at least for a week. I really think that you're going to be surprised by a lot of the things that you discover. So we're going to do a little exercise just to prove my point because I feel like I haven't made a believer out of some of you guys yet. So here's some chocolate chips. I normally add these on top of my Greek yogurt, right? As a little bowl. We're going to see like how many calories are in these chocolate chips. I have a scale here. It's going to be linked to my Amazon storefront if you are interested. And I really do suggest you guys, even if it's just for a week, measure and track your food. It's an eye-opener. So I have this bowl, this tiny little bowl, and I'm gonna pour the chocolate chips, right? Okay. Just think about if you're baking. And that's another thing. If you guys bake and things like that, there's so much sugar and fat and calories in what you're doing. You're probably not even realizing it. You're just like, oh, chocolate chips. Whole thing, not a whole thing, but this is how much chocolate chips we have. I want you guys to guess right now, say it out loud, write it down for later. I'm curious. But let's just estimate How many calories do you guys think this is? Okay, now we're gonna weigh it. We put it here on the scale. So you see there, it says 67 grams. So mind you, we have to calculate how much the bowl weighs. But so 67 grams for now. Put that in the calculator, 67, right? Pour these chocolate chips back because I'm not using them. I'm gonna pour them in a Ziploc bag because we don't waste. I'm definitely gonna eat some of these later. Now we're gonna measure the bowl. The bowl is 29 grams. 67 minus 29. That is 38 grams. Now we're gonna go to macro first. This isn't paid. I use this all the time. If you guys want to sponsor me, let me know. So we're gonna type in here the brand name, Nestle Semi Chocolate Chip, okay? You see, I already have it here because I use it. I've used these all the time. So in here, you would type in how many grams. So remember what you guys guessed, okay? How much calories you think that you guessed that was? So going back to micro first, we're gonna type in 38 grams, okay? 190 calories, almost 200 calories. 200 calories isn't like a whole lot, but if you had that whole thing of chocolate chip, put it in top of something else and something else, like it adds up. So this just gives you context. All right, let's do another example. So these are sea salt, like snap peas. They're like healthy chip alternatives. I eat these all the time. They're pretty low cal. Around 22 pieces is 130 calories, which isn't bad at all. But most people, when you are eating chips, you just pull some in a bowl, right? You're not really thinking about it. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna get some chips or whatever. These aren't chips, these are snap peas, but for the pro of the exercise, you get what I mean. Acting like it's a regular day, we're just pouring a bowl, right? Nice big bowl of snap peas. You're gonna watch a movie, you're getting all comfy and snuggly, right? Let's measure this. All right, so you guys know how this goes now. So we're gonna put this on the scale. 592 grams, 592. That's how much it is. So remember, we have to calculate the bowl. This bowl is pretty heavy, so it's gonna definitely take some out. Okay, put these here. Now we're gonna weigh this. This is pretty heavy. So this is 514, which is basically half of the calories. 78. And you can scan the bag, you guys. You don't even have to type it in. You can scan the bag and it pops up instantly. Of snap peas is 362 calories. 62 calories for this amount of snap peas. Now you may look at this and be like, hey, that's not that many. This is just an average regular bowl. You're just eating, watching a movie. But that adds up. And you guys, I know that those were like not the highest calorie examples, but I don't really keep high calorie ingredients in my home, but you still get the point. So my whole point is that it's good to measure your food because these things can add up. Imagine if I had a bag of Doritos, what would be the difference? Also, food labels can be so misleading. Multi-grain sounds great, but it often just means refined grains with food coloring to make it look healthier. And natural or zero sugar, that usually means hidden additives that impact your cravings. When you guys are shopping, always flip the package over and really just look at what you're eating. I feel like there's a lot of people who try to say this narrative that that's toxic, you're being obsessive over every little calorie in the ingredients, but I just completely disagree. I think it's so important to see what you're putting into your body. When you're dating someone, you do all the research in the world, right? Treat your body better than if you were doing research for a school or if you were dating someone. This is the only body that we have. It's important to know what you're putting inside of it. Look for minimal ingredients in whole food. We all think we're having 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, but when you weigh it, it's often double what's on the label. Trust me, those little overpours add up. Once I started measuring my food, my progress finally made sense. Let's play round 2 of our game, healthy or not. Instant ochre oatmeal. Healthy or not. All right, time's up. If you guessed healthy, not so much. It's packed with highly processed sugar and artificial flavor, and oftentimes will leave you hungry shortly afterward. If you can, opt for actual oats, quick oats, And then you can add as much as your own cinnamon, sugar alternative, actual fruit, and things on top. It doesn't take time either. The same amount of time that you boil the Quaker is the same amount of time that the quick oats will take too. And let's talk about liquid calories. If you've seen any of my videos before, you know I talk about all the time that the worst thing that you can do is drink your calories. If you're constantly going to Starbucks and having Jamba Juice all the time, those drinks are loaded with calories and high in sugar, and you don't even realize it. A lot of people will do what I eat in a day, but they never talk about what they drink in a day, okay? That stuff adds up. Oftentimes you are going over calories and consuming by just what you're drinking. People don't even think about that. They're like, oh, I don't even eat that much. I'm not even doing this. What are you drinking? I challenge you guys right now to go in your kitchen and grab 5 items from your kitchen and check the labels and see how much sugar is in what you have in your kitchen. A lot of us, I feel like we just tend to ignore it, and you're just like, oh, it says low sugar or it's low cal, I'm just gonna ignore it. Actually read those labels, you guys. They have to put those labels there for a reason. And once I started reading the labels, it changed the game, because I was like, oh crap. And I'm just saying, like, if your goal is to be healthier and to lose weight, it's just so important to just understand the nutrition of it all and what you're actually putting into your body. And after you guys check your 5 ingredients, I want you to comment below what's something that was high in sugar that surprised you. And look, I've been there. Like I said, me, 235 pounds, frustrated, was working out pretty consistently, but my nutrition was absolutely trash. This is me now, really locked into my nutrition. I have been where you are. I know that it's difficult. I know it's not easy, but little tweaks, like actually measuring your food, really looking at the nutrition labels, really taking a look at what you're eating. A lot of people will talk about how they're having difficulty losing weight, but they've never counted their calories. They've never measured. It's all an estimate. And I'm not saying you have to count all the time, but I challenge you to really be disciplined and calculate everything you're eating in a week. Just do an experiment. Just get an app. There's free ones. There's MyFitnessPal. There's Macro Factor. There's Macro First, which is the one I use. There's tons, okay? There's no excuses. Find an app that works for you. Track everything you eat for a week. Just a week. And I promise you, it's going to be a major eye opener. 80% nutrition, you guys. You have to get your nutrition locked in. Working out is huge. I am a huge advocate of being active, moving your body, weightlifting, doing cardio for cardiovascular. Huge on that, okay? I'm a workout girly. But nutrition is what really needs to be locked in. It's what a lot of people don't realize and they underestimate. And I really want you guys to understand that this isn't about restriction. I'm not trying to come on here and big sis you and tell you all the things that you can't have. I'm really just trying to show you guys that if you really lock in and you really get your nutrition on point, you will see changes. I guarantee it. I am proof. Living proof of that. If you found this video helpful, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. And I really meant what I said. Check out the 5 ingredients in your home and leave a comment below of the ingredient that surprised you that was actually higher in calories or higher in sugar than you thought. Make sure you guys are following me on my social handles, Fitless Lifestyle. I will leave a link in the description below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.